Welcome to the Alsco Uniforms It Pays to Keep Clean podcast, where we discuss industry best practices, celebrate big wins, and share stories about Alsco's growth journey. Bill Pinti, good morning.
Good
How
morning,
are you?
Dana. Great.
Good. Well, thank you for joining us on the It Pays to Keep Clean podcast.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It
So
is.
you and I have known each other for a very long time in a
Yes.
variety of different roles and places.
We certainly have.
Yeah. So we'll talk a little bit about your history with Alsco and then spend most of the time, of course, talking about what you actually get up to these days,
Okay,
which
great.
is quite a lot.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about your history with Alsco.
Well, see, I started out with a company called Associated Textile Rental Services out of Rochester, New York.
Yeah.
We were a small independent based out of upstate New York, and then spent much of my career in operations, a large part of that in service. And then we were acquired by Alsco in June of 2009.
2009. Okay.
So I did have a bit of a financial background. So I came on as the office manager at that time. I was currently the operations manager associated. It didn't really fit in the Alsco model, so I took the office manager role.
Okay. I didn't realize you had the operations background.
Yes.
I, in my mind, because that's when our history started, you and me, I thought that you had always been more on the office side of things. So
No,
that's good. Okay.
We were a small company, so we all did a lot of things.
Right.
So-
Lots
so
of
I-
hats.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
So I held the role as the office manager in Rochester for several years. And then I was asked to participate in some training during the Linens of the Week acquisition.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that was really my first foray into training.
Okay.
And then shortly thereafter, we did the Admiral acquisition, and I spent a significant amount of time in Texas. And during that time, Jim Kearns and I visited often, and Jim expressed his desire to have a training department where
a more formal function.
Function with all training under one umbrella. And I started as a one-man office trainer,
Right.
and then we've evolved to touch many parts of the operation now. I wouldn't say we've met Jim's vision, but we're making great strides and are much closer than.
Oh, it's been a
we
huge
were.
evolution, certainly. So now as training and development manager is the
Correct.
proper title. Yeah.
Yes.
And so there is training in there, but there's a ton of the learning and development over the last several years has
There
really
is.
blossomed, I think.
Absolutely. Alsco University is part of my group, and we've got a very talented team there.
Absolutely.
And they've done some great
And
work.
prolific too. I mean, they seem to churn stuff out
Getting
of
much-
high quality quite
We've
frequently.
used the tools as they evolve,
Yeah.
including AI, and then we've become much more efficient and proficient. Yes.
So what are the different groups that are under you?
So I've got the office training group,
Okay.
which we work mostly with office managers
Mhm.
and their staffs occasionally, and obviously during acquisitions we help the onboarding into ABLE for that group.
Okay, and so their primary role is when we have turnover in office
ye-
managers, or maybe going in for refreshers as well.
It is
Okay.
both the above, and then
Okay.
also we've started an office manager training program to sort of develop some bench strength. We're very proud of that. Nanette Patey and Lauren and Barb have worked extensively on that, where we ask the branches to identify somebody strong in their office that may
Mhm.
aspire to be an office manager. And we put them through a sort of pretty rigorous 14-week, twice a week for an hour and a half with assignments and knowledge checks, and cover basically all the functions of the office manager. And then
And is that self-guided or
no,
Okay,
it's
so
class.
a trainer's actually
it's both.
on
There's
with them.
actually
Okay.
again, the sessions are via Zoom, via Teams, and
Yeah, darn it all.
for an hour and a half, again twice a week, and then there is some work out of that as well that they're required to do, and we have we ask for the full support of the general manager and the office manager, that they then allow them to perform some of those tasks to become more proficient at it. So we're working.
So
with
do you run that 14-week course, if you will, with a batch, like a
Yes,
cohort of
exactly.
people, and then you start a new
Yep.
cohort?
So
Okay.
we're about halfway through our 2026 semester, spring semester, let's say.
Okay.
And we've got a group of 15. When we complete this and graduate this group, we'll have approximately 50 of of the 80 branches have put somebody through this.
Great. So, yeah.
And it's paid off. We've had some openings that have been filled from people that have completed this training. Okay. So very proud of that.
Yeah, it seems to me it would perform a few like very valuable functions. One, of course, is succession planning, as many of our office managers are maybe retire or move on to a different role or a different branch. Then you've got some succession planning going on there.
For sure.
But you're just deepening the bench and strength and, kind of redundancy, if you will, at a branch anyway.
And the laws, I laugh. I was an office manager, and you hear some of these office managers who hate to take vacation because the week before is a nightmare, and the week after is a nightmare, and that shouldn't be.
No, of course.
They should have somebody that's capable to back them up.
Right, right. A little bit of nervousness about going on vacation is one thing, but to actually actively resist it, we've maybe lost the plot a little bit. But then the third function or goal, it seems to me that it performs, is just showing that we are investing in people, like even from a career development standpoint, the individuals who are part of that, whether they're able to use those skills within ALSCO or elsewhere. We certainly hope it's within ALSCO, but we are providing them with legitimate career development, which is fabulous.
And the feedback has been wonderful. So far. From the students and from the branches.
Well, that's exciting. Yeah. Very, very good. And so that's the office manager group, and I know they do 1,000 things. And what other groups do you
So we've got. We're working currently on an RSR training program. Yeah. So this is exciting as well. We brought Ben Jensen and Todd Bright over from the former rock team, set team now.
Yeah.
As sort of as subject matter experts, but the rest of our team is working on it as well. So, the goal there is we've grown through acquisitions, and everybody's got sort of their own spin on what RSR training should look like.
Or even what the role of an RSR may be, like reimagining it or envisioning it.
Exactly. So we're really trying to formalize and standardize that across the enterprise. So, this project's been going on for, it'll be a year when we're ready to roll it out at the end of Q2, at least pilot at the end of Q2. But it's going to be very prescriptive. There'll be a trainer's guide. There's going to be a guidebook, a printed one for the RSR that they can keep with them in their journey. And then there's a journey, speaking of journeys, within ALSCO University too. Right. So this is going to be very clearly tracked. It's going to be knowledge checks. It's going to be a full 5-week training program. And again, very prescriptive, cover this on this day. There's going to be a big safety component, as well as we've outsourced some sales training through the Learning Outsource Group, which you're familiar with. Yeah. They've written the cooperation selling program that's got Mail and Delivers and the Service
Well, we
Masters.
had the opportunity as a management team, you and Angela Green from the Learning Development Group presented to us. Was that already last month?
Yeah, last month.
Okay. I don't know how
that was
that
a month
works,
ago this week, actually.
Okay. And so that was a really great opportunity for us. We knew it had been under development for a while, so it was a great opportunity for us to kind of get a preview and see how you all were tracking. It looked fabulous, and not just looked fabulous, although I do think that matters because you'll keep eyes on things faster. But it seemed to take into consideration all the different modalities and the way that people kind of need to,
learn,
see one, do one, teach one kind of a thing almost.
Exactly.
And so talk to us a little bit about what that rollout might look like and what you're anticipating the timing will be.
So we're looking to pilot that again at the end of Q2. We'll be ready to, and that runs into obviously the 4th of July holiday. So we're expecting either the week of by mid-July. We're going to pick 2 branches. And the reason we picked 2 branches, we want Todd and Ben to actually be there for several weeks to monitor the delivery and make sure it's what we anticipated, make sure the timing that we've assigned for certain tasks is realistic. And then, after we've digested the feedback on that, we'll make any modifications we need to, and then roll it out company-wide, early, probably Q4. It'll definitely be this year.
Yeah. So its primary focus is on new RSRs,
Correct.
I assume.
It is.
And how will we, or have you all thought around what that looks like for either somebody who's typically a relief driver coming into a permanent route position or ongoing kind
Sure.
of souping up the engine type of
Great question.
training?
We're certainly, there are components of this that we'll be able to strip out and actually create. First time I've mentioned this, but it's going to be called
we love a scoop.
The
Go.
Little Green Book for RSRs
Okay.
will be a success guide for our tenured RSRs.
Okay.
So there'll be components of the new RSR training that will be rolled into that, and then they will have access to that.
And is the idea here, so you had mentioned when we started talking about the RSR training, a lot of branches out of need and desire and creative energy have come up with a lot of things on their own.
They have.
Some of those things will have already been incorporated
Certainly.
into what you've done.
Certainly.
Are you anticipating add-on training being encouraged, or this should be the fulsome event for getting an RSR?
I believe the intent is for this to be the standard for getting an RSR up to speed in their role.
Okay. And then this is one of many initiatives, obviously, that the Learning and Development team has taken on over the last several years. I'm curious about how, like currency, how do you keep things in sync with changes to SOP or changes in what happens inside the organization?
It's also a great question. I mean, we're
that seems a frightening thing to manage, quite frankly.
It is. We're as diligent as we can possibly be and keep it, because it's only, obviously the content's only good if it's relevant and up to date. So, we're fortunately we've got people with expertise in all areas of the business on our team, and they're usually pretty plugged in, and I think we do a really good job of keeping our content up to date.
Yeah, good.
Based on changes, but to your point, it's challenging.
It's an ongoing battle,
it's
I'm
ongoing,
sure.
You got to scrutinize every able upgrade that every monthly release.
Somebody is reading those release
screenshots. But we're diligent about that. So.
Okay, great.
But great question.
And that team is fairly small, like 3 or 4 people who are involved in that L&D, the pure L&D piece of
Yes, Angela
things?
Green, and she has 3. Michael and Mike and Alyssa. And then that's my wild card.
Right.
You
can kind of plug her in wherever you need
she's
to.
Great,
yes, everybody needs a wild card.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is next for the team, or how do you even are you all generating ideas for your own content of what you think comes next, or are you communicating with
all of the above?
Okay.
Yeah, we've made great strides in interacting with really all departments. So we've got a laundry list of projects stacked up, quite frankly. Honestly, we want to as soon as this RSR training program is rolled out, we want to start giving a little love to production. So I've got Matt Chambers, who's on part of our team as well, been developing some things in the background, and then we're looking to create some sort of production management training program that may look something like the office management training program, let's say. So it's in the wings.
Okay, good.
So.
Well, you're not going to run out of ideas or content or need, real need. So last question for you. You kind of mentioned that AI was at least part of how you're leveraging that in order to kind of come up with content. Is that something that's native in Alsco University, or talk to me a little bit about how you are using it and how you might imagine using it in the future?
Well, I'll tell you, it's been great for, and honestly, Angela and her team could probably speak to it more intelligently than I can, but I know it's done wonders for creating knowledge checks, for example. When you feed the content in there, and
and come up with 3 questions something like that.
Yeah, and it's really been spot on, and it makes that so much more efficient. So I know that's a big part
of the primary
we're using
ways
it right now.
Yep. And is it?
I'm understating how they use it. Yeah. Trust me. But that's
when they listen to this, they'll be like, "Oh, Bill,
I know,
we told you."
Certainly, that will happen.
But no, and I love that as an idea, though. And I'm curious if that capability is inside of your platform, or they're using something like ChatGPT or outside.
There are several programs.
Okay.
That integrate with several other programs. Let's say that. The actual LMS, I don't believe it
has something integrated in there.
Yeah, as strong as some of these other programs.
No, it seems to me, I mean, the ways that I have used it, what I would deem successfully here recently, is almost as your starter for things like that. So rather than me sitting down, you just developed the content. Right. So instead of you sitting down trying to imagine what the best questions are out of there, feed that off to something, and then you can, I'm sure they're still going through it and fine-tuning it and whatever, of course. But you're getting somewhere that much faster, like to go from blank page to something.
I'll tell you, the first draft is amazingly accurate.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, very good. That's exciting. Yes. Well, you're going to be a pro in no time, whether you want to be or not, or you can at least talk like one. Well, thank you very much for spending some time with me this morning. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
I always enjoy seeing you.
Me as well.
And we run into each other in odd and interesting places through the acquisition experience, but really exciting to see how this group has grown, and under your leadership, it's really kind of taken off. So that's exciting to see.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
All right.
That's all for today's episode of the It Pays to Keep Clean podcast. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of Alsco uniforms, where we explore the growth and challenges in our industry. Tune in next time for more industry insights, growth strategies, and tales from the field. If you've enjoyed our time together, please leave us a rating and review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. If you want to learn more about our services, visit us at alsco.com. From all of us here at the It Pays to Keep Clean podcast and Alsco Uniforms, thank you for listening. Stay safe, stay clean, and we'll see you in the next episode.